Hey everybody, welcome back. Thanks for joining your virtual drinking buddy. So tonight I'm drinking another beer drop beer. This was a part of my October order. I realize that it's well into November, but I don't know. It is what it is. I kind of do things on my own timetable, if you haven't figured that out by now. Anyway, this is Flashcard by Woods Boss Brewing. So let's dive right into the facts here. Woods Boss Brewing is located in Denver, Colorado. The beer is 5.2% alcohol by volume, and it's a sour Berliner Weiss. So on the website it says it's effervescent, bright, and deliciously tart. So I'm going to spell this out first because I'm sure that I'm just going to murder it. I don't even know. It is Ekuanot. I don't know if that's Equanaut. Equanaut? I don't know. Equanaut? Let's go with Equanaut. Why not? Because that sounds like the wrongest way to pronounce that. So, I don't know. Equanaut? Equanaut, maybe? Equanaut? Equanaut? Maybe it's Equanaut? It sounds... Whenever something ends in N-O-T, to me, I always think it's French, and the T is silent, so maybe it's Equanaut? I don't know. If somebody out there knows, please correct me. Spell it out phonetically in the comments if you could. Or maybe just make your own video and mock me. As long as I learn how to say it correctly. But anyway, that is one of the hops used. They also use Mosaic and Centennial hops, and it's fruity and citrusy. Let's see if there's anything on the can that I missed. A tart, citrusy, kettle sour. I don't know. I'm always up for a good sour. I've had a couple that are maybe a little too sour. I had one years ago at the... I'm having total brain fart. Luckily, those don't stink up the room. Boulevard. Yes, on the Boulevard tour. The young lady that was guiding the tour told me, well, you know, we have a hibiscus beer in the tasting room, and it's a real fun beer to drink. But she seemed really convincing. She had a smile on her face. I'm like, huh. I don't know that I've ever had a beer that's fun to drink unless you've had 12 of them. Then all beers are fun to drink at that point. So that one was a little too sour. I'm sure there's at least one other that I've had that was a little too sour for my taste. But every now and then you just like a little something to, I guess, to keep that part of your taste buds active. Anywho, it's a nice light golden color, almost yellow, not even golden. There's still some bubbles going. Oh yeah, you can definitely smell the sour. I can't quite place it though. It's like, I don't want to say sour Skittles because it's not quite that sweet smelling, but it's along those lines. Like, it's actually a more appeasing sour smell. Well, let's dive into it, shall we? That's interesting. I better take another drink. It's like I'm picking up some pineapple in there. I'm sure that's from one of these hops here. I couldn't tell you which one. But then it finishes sour, like maybe a really ripe pineapple. But just before it actually goes bad, like it's still good to eat, but it makes you pucker a little bit. It's almost dry. I mean, not quite. I've had beers that are dry, just flat out hit you, but this one's like approaching dry. There's also like some salty notes in there. I don't know if that's intentional. I'm assuming that it's probably just from the mix of like citrus and sour that, I don't know, kind of creates that impression. I don't know that there's actually salt in there. I didn't read that anywhere, but it's just something I'm picking up. It's not a bad beer. For me, I mean, I can drink pretty much any type of beer any time of year. I like to think that I have an indiscriminate palate. There's really not a beer that I can't drink, but there's certain times a year that some beers taste better than others. And for me, sours are more of like a late spring beer for me. But regardless, it's a good beer, like I said. Like a sour pineapple. I'm sure there's probably some candies out there that have touched on that. Or like I said, if you're cutting a pineapple and it's just at the end of being ripe, that's kind of what it reminds me of. Not sweet at all. Oh, excuse me. But you do pick up the citrus and the sour. Tart, maybe not so much. Oh, fun side note that the Belch is hoppy, so there's that like more of a floral traditional hop taste in the burp. So that's something to consider. For me, probably wouldn't drink a lot of these, but it's definitely one that I could, if I were at the brewery, I'd probably work into the rotation of the evening. Food pairings wise, maybe some seafood actually. I think this would really go good with like a spicy scallop maybe. So, I don't know. That's my take on it. And that's really all I got. So thanks for joining your virtual drinking buddy, the Malted Gentleman. And just like to remind you, you only have one liver. So use it wisely.